Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. Where are you calling in from? Where in the world?
Minnes- Minnesota.
Nice. Okay. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
down in Miami. If you can't tell.
Nice.
But appreciate
Nice.
you joining. I know we were speaking a little bit back and forth. I know you've had a decent amount of calls with many members of our team. Few free classes, everything in between. What brings you back?
And I don't know who, so I got a couple texts going around, but I got another text that, because I know I was scheduled, I did one of the free calls. What was it? Maybe, I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. And then I scheduled a call, but then I was sitting around thinking about it because on the free call, I think towards the end of it, Mason was, uh put out the link, I think, and said, sign up, and it had like the four options for like the money select,
Mhm.
and it got to the point I was like, you know what, I don't want to waste anybody's time, and jump on the call, because I was like, I just don't know what investment I am willing to throw down. So I canceled the call due to that being the reason. And I can't remember who texted, because again, I have a couple different text strings
Yeah.
going on. But more or less, um let me see. I mean, I think it might have been Mays that reached out. But he basically was just like, "Hey, just looking to just see what might have held you back." And I just was pretty transparent. I said, just kind of mainly the investment piece. Um, and he was like, let's just jump. He basically just said, let's just schedule the call. Go through it and just see what the outcome is there. So I said, what, as long as you know where I was coming from, that was kind of where I left it. And I said, I'm open to scheduling a call to just hear.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of that, like it's always going to be uncomfortable investing into yourself, is obviously changing the way you're doing things. But I mean, as far as these calls, usually don't take all that long, roughly 45 minutes or so. Kind of just get a better understanding as to like the specific goals, intentions you even have with this, how we
Yeah.
can possibly help. If we feel like we can walk you through everything, and get you onboarded, enrolled at the end. If not, can always part ways as friends as well. But just through speaking with him, few of the applications dating back the last month or two, um, I don't want anything to get lost in translation. But as far as copywriting the inner circle specifically, what's like the main goal or outcome you're looking for with something like this?
I would say it's probably twofold. First fold would be, hey, if I can make some additional income working a couple hours additionally during the week that are outside of normal work hours, that actually pulls in some sort of income, pays for whatever car bill, maybe portion of rent. Like in my mind, like a number would be like, what, if you could generate an extra 3, 5K a month doing it, great. If somehow it proves, true that, again, I know some of I would say, case studies that are shown, right, of the applicants. I know that that's kind of like, hey, this isn't everybody, making 60K a month. But it's like, hey, if you can, let's just say it got to a point like that. I'm not opposed to replacing income, but it would be more so like, hey, can I get some sort of supplementary income on the side that
Yeah, and I mean, most of
doesn't,
our students,
overtake
yeah,
everything?
most of our students come into this starting it on the side initially until they are at that point as to which obviously they can transition. I don't ask anybody to just quit their job or drop out of school immediately. But in terms of the work right now, what is it you do at the moment?
So I'm a financial consultant for a healthcare company. So pretty much just like corporate finance,
Okay.
more or less.
How long you been doing that for?
6 years.
6 years. Okay, so
Yeah.
good amount of time. Now, is the long term goal with that to like continue doing that? Are we like married to it and just do this on the side, or like best case scenario transition and go fully online as far as copywriting?
I mean, again, yeah, I'd say like best case scenario is like if ultimately the copywriting starts proving, one, I can generate an income doing it, and then if I can accelerate off of that and beat the income that I'm currently making,
Yeah.
I don't see why, I wouldn't put in, or, invest time where I'd be getting more
What is it
out
you
of it,
bring in now? Can I ask?
a month. It's like, so I'd say, but before taxes, I think my salary is it's like 121
Okay, so right
up
around
there. So
10K a month, give or take.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, at that point, what's like the longer term goal? I'm sure we don't want to just make 10K forever. Well, what do we actually want to be making per month?
To be honest, if anything around, I think if I could double that,
Hmm.
I think that gets me, that's a more comfortable lifestyle, I would think.
Comfortable in what
Somewhere
way?
around 20. I think a little bit more freedom, just to be able to kind of travel, do things. Golf. I mean, golf's kind of like my main thing. I just think like breathing room for things that like I want, and certain things of, a nice apartment, whether that's a nicer car. I'm not saying it has to be materialistic, but like just something where it's like whether or not even if I'm spending it, but like to generate more income to put more into savings, honestly,
Yeah,
just for
absolutely.
long term goal. At the end of it, right? I think all of that other stuff comes with it, but
Of course.
ultimately being able to like generate more income monthly.
Yeah, and I mean, is that like the at that point the
Excuse me.
main reason intention as to stepping away from the corporate side of things, or what else has you wanting to transition?
Well, I just yeah, I mean, corporates. There's like a sense of stability that comes with that, but there also is like
I mean, you're one.
depending there's this like weird dynamics that can go on with the corporate world in terms of like who knows who, right, and culture, and ultimately hitting certain ceilings within teams that you work with, like can you even advance further, or like how long is it going to take to do crap like that versus kind of doing something on your own, in a sense where like you are kind of your own boss, working your own thing, and it's kind of on you, but there's really no ceiling in a sense,
Mhm.
like a manager holding you down to a certain extent.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I always say like I think corporate's almost more risky because you're one decision away from having zero income at all, and then you're
Yeah.
completely screwed. But in terms of like these financial goals as well as like having the time freedom, how long have we wanted those things or felt almost trapped in a sense as to the 9 to 5 corporate style hasn't actually provided us with that?
To be honest, I think probably over the last like year, the last year or
Oh,
so, it's kind of started creeping in where I like a lot of these thoughts, like, okay, is this what I'm going to do for the next 30, 35 years of my life? Like, is this really where I see myself grinding away, kind of like crunching Excel spreadsheets for, to your point, I'm a number on a spreadsheet. Like, at what point, does the shoe drop? But it's
yeah,
not like I'm not replaceable in a company, specifically the size of the one that like I work at. Like, we have, 500,000 employees. It's like, they'll get another financial
right,
consultant to do financial spreadsheets.
for sure. Okay,
It's like, is that what I want to do for the rest of my life? I don't know.
I mean, is it? It
No,
is.
I would say probably it's really not. I would say like that's where I lean probably more so.
Okay,
It's not where I would want to
yeah,
probably
and
do for the rest of my
I
life.
mean, throughout the last year, then what else have you tried as far as online business to get to the point where we can step away from that, get to the 20K plus months, and have that freedom for ourselves as well?
I would say like I've looked into certain things, but I haven't like done anything. Like I went down like again. I think our phone is a powerful thing, right? You start looking at certain things, starts pumping out different algorithms, certain things for you. And so, like, I've started looking into certain things specifically that just kind of popped up on Instagram, like high ticket sales, kind of e-commerce, whether it's Amazon, FBA. I haven't jumped into anything, but like I've looked into that stuff, kind of seeing like, what is this world?
Yeah.
Is it more so I'm just getting kind of Instagram ads and people
I
are kind of
mean,
pumping,
to,
things or
yeah,
whatever it is, but
to be honest, like every single business model works out there, no matter what it is you ultimately try. But I mean, we can look, all we want. Why do you feel like we haven't actually tried anything over the last year? That's a long time.
yeah, to be honest, I think it probably goes back to your early statement of just the sense of probably fear that probably holds me back to a certain extent, with commitment, to a certain level.
I mean, I completely get it, right? At the same time, what do you feel like you've actually lost or missed out on by not having that time freedom and financial freedom after last year?
I guess the main thing is if I to think about is, have I wasted a year not doing something that worked, that could have taken me out of what I'm currently doing, right? Which is kind of what seems like the
Yeah.
goal.
And I mean, as I mentioned, everything works, right? It's the same thing as the gym. Like if you go to the gym for a year straight, work out, eat healthy, exercise, it's impossible not to get more fit. It's the same thing as far as online business. It's not like the business model doesn't work. It's more so the person themselves that don't make the business model work, right? And I mean, as far as getting into online business, I get it because I previously came from corporate as well. Like, there's always going to be uncertainty as far as like actually trying something different, right? But I mean, how will we ever know if we ultimately never do take that first step?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Fair point. For sure. What took you, what made you make the leap out of corporate?
The money,
Yeah.
the not being dragged down by the 9 to 5 corporate race, not
Yeah.
wanting to invest into the 401k till I'm 75 and hopefully retire. I mean, it's all the same, which most people never overcome that uncomfortability, and that's the life they live, which is unfortunate. But I mean, at the same time, there's always two types of people. I believe even Elon Musk said it himself. Those that obviously face difficult decisions and uncertainty, and use that as a reason not to do anything, can't, so we won't, right? Or those that manage a way to actually push past that and take the initiative for themselves. Who do you feel like puts themselves in the best position possible to get where they want to go?
Oh, for sure. The person that puts themselves in it, right? I
Right.
mean, it's the age old thing. It's like you only grow in uncomfortable positions, right? I mean, it's like the whole
Yeah,
thing. Like
because
you don't get to grow in comfortability.
yeah, if we allow that uncertainty to kind of frame our mindset and never push past that and actually try, where do you feel like that's going to leave us?
Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna get stuck in. You'll go through the same loop, right? You'll live in this loop.
Yeah, and you mean, is that the position or life we want to continue settling for?
No, and I think that's probably what kind of keeps pushing me towards looking into kind of some of this stuff. And I think that in itself is kind of, I think, the sign of like, all right, taking that next step, committing to it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we don't need to look into different things. We need to actually commit to something, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it is ultimately going to be, obviously uncomfortable doing those things, as far as investing in yourself. But what do you feel is like ultimately more risky? It's being within the corporate side of things, not having the time freedom, ability to get to the 20K months and say, the money's holding us back, right? Or overcoming that of getting the skills we need to get to the 20K months, have the time freedom, get out of corporate as well. What do you feel is ultimately more risky?
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair point. You know, I mean, it again goes back to your earlier point where it's like, let's just say I don't do it right. A couple months go by, something goes wrong in the corporate world, then it's like, where am I at? Where am I at now?
Yeah, because I mean, if we continue making that comfortable decision about investing into ourselves and never ultimately push past that, what do you feel is ultimately ever going to change?
Yeah, I mean, well, it won't, nothing won't change. If you don't, nothing changes if nothing changes, right?
Yeah, and I mean, how much longer do we want that to continue going for?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. So, with all that said, what is what is the investment?
Yeah,
Because I feel like I don't know what
yeah. I mean,
the whole deal is.
the investment's one thing, right? But it can be the best program, best training, best information in the world, right?
Oh yeah, again, it goes back where you're going. It's putting
You
in the
know,
work, right, or not. It's up to the individual
yeah,
at the end of the day.
because I mean, the students we take on, we have a 4 month guarantee in and of itself, which we don't take on anyone. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to uphold that. But like, even to our point, I'm sure you've came across a few things in the past. Like, everything works. It's more so not even like the business model, the price point, the program itself. It's more so than internal limitations that have held us back, right? Because those that make it work become the guarantee themselves, right? They don't need to rely on, a 4 month guarantee. They don't need to rely on all this external things, right? But the most important part for yourself is like, are we finally committed after the last year to pushing past that initial bit of hesitation and uncertainty to get where we want to go?
Yeah,
Why?
because I want to. I mean, I want to change. I mean, again, it goes to the point. Like, if I have this goal of something that I want, and this can be an avenue to get to that, why not take the avenue to try to get to that first? Being like, well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's like, well,
I mean, yeah, we've been
in a
doing
couple
that.
weeks, I'll go down the same.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll look at some, right?
I
I'll
mean,
be jumping on a call again, right?
to be fair, we've done that for the last year, right? Well,
Yeah,
why do you feel now is the time where we actually put an end to that?
I think because it's like if I don't do it now, again, I'll either regret to an extent not doing it, or again, I think I'll be like signing up for another call and be like, hey, had some regrets on the last one, right? I'm back again in the same spot
Yeah.
with the same thoughts I just had.
Yeah, like even looking here, like your first application was 2 months ago. Say you actually joined the inner circle back then. What position do you feel like we'd actually be in now?
But did I? I don't know if I did.
Yeah.
If I did
I'm
join it, did I?
I'm looking at it.
But I don't know if I ended up doing a. I think this is my first call with
More
somebody.
so, yeah, like call aside, like even the first
Yeah.
initial application, like say
Oh,
you joined the inner circle at that point, like 2 months ago, where do you feel like we'd be at today?
oh yeah. I mean, it'd be. I don't know necessarily where I would be at, but it's interesting to. It, it could be. We could. This conversation could be totally different if I would have taken the leap 2 months ago.
I mean, we probably wouldn't even have a conversation. You
But I
probably
don't think we would. Right. It
uh,
would be. I could be on the
you'd
different side of
probably
the
be
aisle.
already at, yeah, the 5, 10, 15K months, realistically. Because
Yeah.
once we obviously do push past the uncertainty and we make that bet on ourselves, right? And we're making 20K a month. We're out of the 9 to 5. We have the freedom for ourselves that we want. What do you feel life looks like at that point? What do you feel actually changes compared to last year now?
To be honestly, what my goal would be is a little less stress. A little less stress of okay, is this enough to set me up for you know a future where I'm not looking at my bank account going, can are we going to make it this month, right? Certain things like that where
Yeah.
just kind of taking I think some of that external stress off
Yeah.
of being like, hey, we're good, we're moving, right? We're moving along.
Yeah, and I mean, just stepping into those shoes, like just taking the stress off our shoulders, having that simple relief, let alone the time and financial freedom, like how much more empowering and fulfilling do you feel like that will actually feel after all this time?
Oh, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I cannot imagine the weight off the shoulders.
Hmm. Yeah, because I mean, that's always one side of the equation, right? The opposite end is we do nothing at all. We allow this uncertainty to continue building up, that hesitation to continue holding us back, and we let the last year look like the next year, 2, 5 into the future. Where do you feel like we'd be at then?
Yeah, I mean, stress probably if I don't make a change, regret looking back. I think that to give you kind of just a little bit, just like a open perspective, I like going back to me opening up that first application 2 months ago. I think part of me that held me back is going, if I do this and it doesn't work, am I digging a hole? And am I creating a different issue now?
And
That's now on top of something where it's like, okay, shit, now we've, nope, now we,
I
we should
mean,
have put the shovel down, but we dug a hole here.
I can respect that way of thinking as well, right? But at the same time, if you become the guarantee yourself, you can't fucking fail. It's impossible,
Fair.
right? Like if you go to the gym, it's impossible not to get more fit, right? If you eat healthy, it's impossible not to, have a better physique. It's the same thing as far as online business because that's one way of thinking, those limitations for us not to do anything. And we can always find the bad or we can always find the good, right? But stepping into the shoes of like the confident version of ourselves, like who makes it work, what happens when it does fucking work? What happens then?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a fair devil's advocate, opposite side of the coin.
That
It's like,
that's how we
yeah,
that's how we have to think, right? Because if we never have that way of thinking or step into those shoes, that characteristics of ourselves, right? These
there's always
limitations are
limitations.
going to
Yeah.
continue bogging us down.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, after the last year, like the most important question, like our favorite question for everybody is like, do you feel like we're finally ready to, actually put an end to that? Like where we draw a line in the sand and say enough's enough and actually push past these limitations we've had to get to the life we both want financially as well as time freedom wise.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm ready to stop
You think or you
stressing
are?
over. Yeah, I know. I know I am. I
Okay.
know I am.
And I mean, I can obviously walk you through everything. Share
Yeah.
my screen, share the ins and outs, A to Z process, how we help our other students as well. Now, I'm not sure through like some of the, webinars, some of the videos speaking with Mason. I'm not sure what you guys discussed as well. The inner circle itself is one-on-one direct coaching, which I'll dive into like all the specifics, everything here in a second. Now, with that, the total cost of the inner circle would be 5K, and we have different ways to break that up. In terms of like the 5K itself, is that something you have set aside at the moment?
I wouldn't say like I would have like 5K. I'd be like willing to dish out like in a lump sum.
Yeah. And I mean, with that, would the 5K put yourself in like a weird sort of financial spot? Because that's the last thing you want.
Slightly, I would say a little bit. I mean, just with like how I just think where I'm at currently with some of the money that's been going out.
Yeah. And I mean, we do have different ways to break it up. Like even myself, I didn't have the 5K initially either. But with where you're currently at, what would you say you comfortably do have set aside or working with just to break it down for you?
Well, I guess like like what structures? I guess I would need to know like would like what would be options to be in place. I think that would be
To be honest,
it's something I would need to think about. Like it's like I guess where I'm going is like if 5K is the total
Mhm.
investment, like what like can that be paid in chunks like
Mhm.
weekly or chunks
So we
biweekly?
have
It's what.
yeah, we have different options. I guess just to like point you in the right path and break it down for you. Say you were to do a lump sum at like once. What would you say you have set aside at the moment, just to actually point you in the right path?
When would the first one be due? The only reason my only where I'm going is this is
Mhm.
I get paid Friday. I did pay a bunch of bills today, so it's like I wouldn't really want to chuck out like 1,000 or anything today.
So at the moment, like how much would you say? Like with where your expenses are, with your where your bank account's at the moment.
I mean, I like $300 today. I mean, like, again, like, are we talking like today? Like, I can get the 5,000 paid. That shouldn't be an issue over time. I'm just trying to figure out like what's the timeline that like
I
or
mean,
expected timeline.
look, like I mean, honestly, like it shouldn't matter more so the timeline. It's more so like when we're ready to show up for ourselves because we do like all the onboarding enrollment on the call. Now, obviously, if that puts students in a weird sort of financial spot, we're not going to do that. It makes zero sense. But I mean, with that as well, we do have some monthly options as well. One of which, do you know the rough credit score you have off the top of your head?
Yeah, I think I have like a 765 or something like
Okay.
that.
Because we have
770.
different options there that break it up and make it pretty feasible, flexible for most students. We have some like monthly financing that breaks it up on like the monthly side of things, bi-weekly to be exact. So it's right around like 432 a month. And with that, since it's bi-weekly, it's only like 215, 220 initially. So it makes it very simplistic, feasible along those lines. But honestly, the finances is super simplistic. In order to break it down and make it work, is we hate finances to be the only thing holding people back from actually getting where they want to go. But what I can do here is let me share my screen. Okay, let me know when this pops up on your end. Should say like welcome to Copy MBA. Usually it takes a second or two, but
I'll let you know and say. Okay. Yep.
okay, so this is initial pillar within the inner circle. So think about it building up that skill set, laying the foundation for success with copywriting. Now, I won't go through every single one of these, but if you see something, have questions, ask away. So throughout here, basically starts from square one, right? What is copywriting? Copywriting fundamentals, the market research. So identifying those specific clients and niches, whether it's local, online businesses you could be working with. How to write the copy. So emails, ads, webinars, sales pages, even writing for Twitter. How to do it creatively, professionally, ethically along these lines. Mason does have some recordings of his in here too, so it shows the questions he asks, ways he presents himself when speaking with potential clients. In terms of our bonus content, our accelerator here is some PDFs, templates, examples as far as cold email, cold outreach, as well as some sample copy, in addition to a first client playbook. Basically, say Mason was brand new to copywriting, knew nothing about it, all the necessary steps he would take in order to land his first few clients, ultimately scaled to where he's now. So that could be finding leads on and off social media, sending and structuring those DMs, emails, a little bit more on the client acquisition side of things, right? As well as aftermath. So properly getting paid, onboarding, fulfillment. We also have a case study within here from Kevin, who got to 40K a month working with us as well. Now, on top of all that, we have additional modules too. So think about these usually when you do get to that 10 to 15K plus a month mark. So continuing to scale, build your brand, build your business, leverage those higher paying clients as well. A little bit deeper dive into the emails, webinars, ad side of things, crafting your offers. So specific pricing structure, components as to how and what you can offer for services. Working with specific niches. Now that could be e-com brands, personal brands, agencies. I'm not sure if you recall the name Ben Bader through Mason's content.
Yeah.
But one of Mason's good buddies. He shares his perspective throughout here too in terms of how he got started, landed his first few clients, scaled to where he's now. Currently does about 150K a month, working with about 8 clients. So breaks that process down, a few coaching calls. As well as we implemented these AI modules. So a few of our coaches doing anywhere between 30 and 70K a month currently, but how we leverage AI. So that could be navigating the market, identifying those specific clients and niches. That could be creating different outreach scripts, templates, variations there, as well as physically feeding and prompting the AI to write the copy for you, right? Make it more efficient, productive on your end, all while maintaining that deliverability. So when you do give that to clients, making them the most money, making you the most money as well as an outreach ball. Now, I tell everybody, obviously you can be the best writer, write the best copy in the world, but if you don't have the ability to land clients, defeats the purpose. So we specifically structured this vault in terms of examples and frameworks, how some of our students and coaches landed their clients. So different like screenshots, videos of the initial outreach message, conversation flow, how they lock down those deals on their end as well. But as far as like the video module section side of things, everything making sense here? Any questions initially?
Yep. No.
So we do have a community as well. Now, are you familiar with Slack or Discord by chance?
Yeah.
Okay, so students, coaches, Mason, everybody's hosted in here. Now, we did just migrate over to Discord. So I'll
Okay.
kind of share both perspectives as far as like some wins, as well as the main layout, breakdown, everything too. But Andy, he joined this last January. 9100, 7700, call it 19,000 here. Dominic, 5800, call it 9600 on his end. Nate, $15,000 a month client there. A few of our coaches, which I'll dive into in a sec. Sonia, I know she was mentioned on the class, but she just landed Patagonia as one of her clients recently, which is pretty sick. But she's doing about 50K a month now. 5 to 10K a month client for on Drake. Evan, he's 18, quit his part-time 9 to 5, complete degenerate, but doing 12 to 13K a month at the moment. Daniel, 10K deal here, working with a e-com skincare brand. Mace, as you can see, K, 2,500 here for a couple emails a week. So pretty simplistic along those lines. Dan, 10K deal here. Joe, $1,000 win on his end. Sweta, she's actually doing 10 to 12K a month right now from the middle of Pakistan with barely any Wi-Fi. So quite impressive to see the global presence as well. Hamza, he landed his first few clients. Corey, 3,500 here. Nicole, 9K deal, working with the Seattle Seahawks, which is actually pretty dope. Sharon, she's a mom in her mid to upper 50s. 13K a month, about a $200,000 role there. Reese, $31,000 from a single client on that end, as well as our youngest student, Colton. He joined a little over 9 months ago now. He landed his first 5 clients. He's 13 years old, so it should be in middle school recess. But in terms of the Discord, so this is like the main layout. Can you see like the general chat on my end?
Yep.
Okay, so the general chat, pretty self-explanatory, but just like the main portal, main hub as far as common questions, go-tos, our mindset opportunities. I'll dive into those here in a second. But then we have specific channels essentially geared towards the process as far as landing those clients, whether that's actual calls, website critique, copper critique, cold outreach within here as well, breaking all those elements down as well. Now, don't get me wrong, the video course as well as community is great, right? But obviously the most important part is putting that through application and learning from those who are in the position we're actually trying to get to ourselves. So we have a few different elements of the coaching, one of which is group coaching. So we have group coaching every single day, Monday through Friday. One's with Mason, one's with his brother Griffin, doing about 40K a month. One's with Tommy, who knows on the free class, if you remember him, as well as a few other of our coaches. Now, those are usually divided up. Half of it is topic focused, so that could be reviewing students' copy, going over outreach, client acquisition, how to better leverage AI, as well as other apps Q&A, right? Able to ask your questions, get your answers. If you aren't able to make any of those, everything's dropped here in the coaching call recordings channel. So we have about 300 pre-recorded calls already, as well as Google Docs, Excel sheets, anything that was covered throughout here. Those are going to be dropped in the community as well for you to go back, review, ask your questions from too. In addition, you will be designated a specific one-on-one coach. Now, if you don't like your coach for whatever reason, you can change it. After that, you're going to set up a call with one of them initially. Most students won't need 30 to 40 minutes with after that. If you do, great. Otherwise, it's usually those one-off questions, right? Hey, got this response, how to respond here. Or send them a piece of sample copy, give me feedback, pros, cons. So not only do you have 24/7 direct access to your one-on-one coach, but any of the other coaches, including Mason, nothing gets left on red, nothing gets left undelivered, here to provide you with the support you need. In addition, I think the most important part, honestly, is we have accountability coaches. So ensuring our students are putting the work, putting in the time, making that progress so they are on that trajectory to achieving the goals. Now, they have a call every Friday as well. Able to ask your copywriting questions, ask your mindset accountability questions. You're also going to set up time initially with one of the mindset coaches, basically breaking down like a step-by-step tailored blueprint as to how we'll get you your specific goals of the 20K months, out of the 9 to 5, having that time freedom as well. Now, in terms of the coaching, the 3 different pillars, is that making sense there?
Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
Okay. So across everything, we do like to oversee our students' progress across the 4 month time horizon. So as I mentioned, we do have a 4 month guarantee, basically stating you do X, Y, Z. Obviously, you go through the video content, do the outreach, necessary work, engage within the community and coaching goals. And for whatever reason you don't land a paying client in the first 4 months, we give your investment back. That's how confident we're in our process. We know it works. We've clearly seen it work. If you do show up, put in the work, basically follow that blueprint the coaches give you, and you don't land a paying client in the first 4 months, we don't deserve your investment in the first place. Happily able to refund that. We've only had one refund all year. So never even have to rely on it. More so just provide it for students as assurance on those lines. I honestly hate guarantees, but we do have it in place for students as well. But in terms of everything I covered, what questions you got? Video course, community, coaching, lead gen, accountability. What questions you got?
I think for lead gen, um, like is most of it, I guess like through what you've heard or through your experience from being with it, like do most people get their leads through like Instagram or like what is
Typically,
mostly
typically Instagram as well as
Instagram?
email. Yeah.
Gotcha. Because I was just curious, like, at what point does like having a large Instagram presence make a better impact on that? Like, I mean,
Not,
does that matter? Like,
not really.
like my Instagram's pretty just generic. Like, do you make a new one or?
No, most students just use their personal Instagram. You don't need to create content or anything unless you want to. But most of our students just use their personal profile. So that's easy stuff, honestly.
Okay. That was just the one thing I had. I was like, sometimes with the online stuff, I was like, are people okay? People who are actually making deals and stuff, is it they've already had some sort of other avenue of work that's generated some sort of following, and then they're reaching out doing this where build some credibility based on just their account, and that helps them grab some of these deals. So
Yeah.
I was just curious about that.
Mhm. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, just using the personal profile is the easiest side of things. If you want to post content, you can. I would say probably 1, maybe 2% of our students actually do that. So
Okay.
definitely not a requirement along those lines. But I mean, in terms of everything I covered, I mean, if you did genuinely come into this, like put in the time, put in the effort, utilize all the coaching resources, guidance, everything, do you feel 100% confident this can work for if you do put in the work? Because that's the most important part.
Yeah, I mean, I think to your point, it's on the individual, and I guess based on what you're saying, yes, I believe that it would work. I guess I would again. I'd have to see. Based on what you're saying, it sounds like only one person this year has not worked for. So that those stats are tough to, I would say, argue with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and I mean, outside of just that, what about our process specifically makes you feel confident this can actually work for you? What's like the key to the
I
game?
just I would say I think based on the conversation we've had that you have spans and layers in place for guardrails to follow this process.
Hmm?
It's not like, hey, here, hey, here's the investment and good luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Based on what you're saying.
no, and I mean, is there anything in our process at all that makes you not feel confident this would actually work for you if you do put in the work, obviously?
I don't think so. Nothing that like sticks out.
Okay, and I mean, 100% confident on your end. This can obviously get you where you want to go. Is the inner circle something you want to be a part of?
What if you're not? What is it? What do you like? What's the other side of it? Or are you saying like it? Are you saying
What was that? Sorry.
is it? Like, is there like is it? Is there anything else other than inner circle? I guess I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying
So
there.
the inner circle is just what we call it.
Okay, gotcha. Say your question again.
Yeah, I mean, is the inner circle something you want to get the ball rolling with?
Yeah, I think so. Let's do it.
Okay. And I mean, you tell me what would work best. Do you think like one of the monthly options would work best initially? That's what most of our students utilize. And
Yeah,
then,
I think just do monthly. We'll just do monthly.
yeah, I was going to say, in
I
terms of
think
like,
that's just the easiest.
yeah, and that's the nice thing too. Like what most students do, they land a client, get a commission check, do it all at once.
That's what I
So
figured.
there's
Yeah.
no penalties, fees, anything along those lines. But I will send you the link for that. While you're doing that, make sure we get you approved everything. I'll do like all the back end onboarding enrollment as far as like the video course community. I'm not sure if I mentioned Abby, but I'll also put you in touch with her, who's Mason's assistant director operations. She's going to be the one who initiates next steps for you as far as like the one on one as well as accountability
Hmm.
coaching as well. Is that cool?
Yeah. Quick question for you. For the link that you're sending over, is it what is it? I just need to make sure it where I'm going with this is I took a personal loan out a month ago. I just want to make sure it doesn't violate the
Nope. So
rules of
have
that.
you heard of like Klarna firm out there?
I have not, no.
Okay, so they're basically just like monthly financing options to kind of break it up rather than doing like the investment at once.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So kind of just breaks it up along those lines. And I mean, are you on your computer or are you on your phone right now?
I'm on my iPad.
Okay, do you have your phone next to you?
I got my phone. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say it's probably easiest if I send it to you there.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah. Yeah, if you want to just do a link on my phone, then I can just crank it out.
say, okay, you should receive that here in a second.
Yeah, that looks like that just came through.
Okay, and then once you click next, kind of enter all your information there, it should just bring you right to the approved page. So let me know what that says, and then I can do the back end. Is the sattler austin7 at gmail.com best email to use?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, perfect. What I noticed the 651. Where at in Minnesota are you from?
I'm St. Paul area.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm originally from like the Chaska Chan area, so not far at all.
Oh, okay. So I'm in Egan. So yeah. So
Oh
I'm in
yeah,
Egan.
it's like
Yeah,
20 minutes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. A small world.
Yeah.
Small world. All
I
right, so I'm gonna fill this out. When did you move to Miami?
So I moved, what is it, 4 weeks ago, give or take. I've been trying to
Oh,
move
okay.
down
So
forever.
recently.
Yeah, I needed to get out of Minnesota, especially with the winters, because I golf like
Yeah,
every day, and that's, as you
that's
know,
fun.
impossible.
I hear you.
So
I hear you. I pretty much just I try to golf as much. I belong to Mendakota Country Club
yeah,
in Mendota Heights, so
okay,
I play there as much as I can. But then it's like, okay, you got 4 or 5 months to do it,
yeah,
crank it out. Although we've been blessed. Like I played today.
yeah,
We got rained out, but
okay,
um, it's still 80, which
okay,
is crazy.
good, yeah.
Usually at this time it's like, all right, it's
No, it's like
quarter zips
56
and pants, get
degrees,
ready for the wind.
yeah,
Yeah,
windy as hell, yeah,
but yeah, it's been kind of nice. But yeah, I have a couple of golf trips. I'm going to Pinehurst
nice.
in 2 weeks, and then I'll be in Naples actually in December.
Okay.
We always do one in December.
What course are you playing in Naples?
So Calusa Pine is the
I,
one we actually get to get out to. My buddy, he works at a hedge fund here. He works for Garda Capital here in Minnesota, but he had a guy who came and worked. He only worked there for like 6 months, left, blah blah blah. But they became really good friends. But he belongs there. So for the last like 5 years, we go down there and
okay.
play that, which is just what a treat to
Yeah.
play that course.
I used to what's it called? Caddy at Hazeltine for like 11 or
Oh
12
yeah,
years, and they
yeah,
would
yeah, yeah. If you're out there, yeah, you for sure.
yeah, they would always go down there. That or like Stream Song every year, which is actually pretty
Stream
cool to
song,
hear.
Stream song is on my list.
Yeah.
I would love to play.
Yeah, it's actually like not too far from where I'm at, but
My my girlfriend, she just moved down to Jacksonville.
yeah,
She's doing her orthodontic residency
yeah.
at JU.
Okay.
I was just down there last month for a little bit, but um, I want to play that. I want to play TPC Sawgrass out there, but I just don't know if I want to drop the $900 to
Yeah,
go.
I played there 2 years ago now. I'm not gonna lie, we played like right before they shut the course down for the event, so they had all the stands and everything. It was pretty fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie.
That's pretty cool, and I bet they had it in pretty good condition. I
Oh,
bet you it was just
perfect.
top notch for it.
Yeah, we played like as far back as we could without being on like the pro tee because they had that blocked off. But outside of that, it was sick.
Um, was it pretty tough?
It honestly wasn't as tough as you'd think it would be. Like the last few holes obviously are pretty difficult. But
Yeah.
outside of that, it's you basically see what you get. Like the rough's pretty long, but outside of that, it's pretty like straightforward. There's not like all that much to it, to be honest.
How did you do on 17?
I actually got a three. It was pretty,
Really?
yeah, pretty sick. It was close to
That's
going
really
in the
good.
water, but I mean,
Did you get that free little plaque, that
yeah,
engraved plaque thing that they give
yep.
you, and what
You get like
the
the
score you got?
embroidery. Yeah, no, it was actually
That's
pretty
super
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
That's awesome. I'm jealous about that.
Yeah, I think the next one is the Pebble, like Cypress Point, Spyglass.
Yeah,
That's kind of the next on
that's
the bucket list.
down do the that Cali stretch. There's so
Yeah,
many good golf courses right within 10, 15 miles if you just do the stretch
yeah.
down the coast.
Go on the strip, and it's like you're chilling.
Yeah, that would be a fun one. I would love to I would love to go out and do Cabot too.
I've never heard of
The
that one.
Cabot Farms, Cabot Citrus Farms.
I've never
They
heard
just
of
built like some sick lodging out there. It'd be cool to like you get a couple
that.
buddies if you went and did that.
Yeah, we did the Sand Valley trip
Oh,
last
how
year.
was that?
Oh, it was so nice.
Well, because they got the new course opening now.
Yeah,
It's just so tough. You got to book it 2 years in advance to
yeah.
get out there
No,
now.
like I don't know.
We just did Erin Hills
Oh, I was just gonna say
couple weeks ago.
that or
Yeah,
Whistling. Yeah,
that was fun. We played though, and it was probably it's always windy out there, right?
yeah.
But I kid you not, our caddies they're like, it's windy out here, but what you guys got? He goes, we haven't seen this kind of wind. It was like a standard 35. I was hitting. There was one shot I remember. It was like 120 in,
Yeah,
and I hit like, and I'm pretty decent at golf. So
yeah,
for like I hit a 5 iron.
yeah.
It
Like,
came up short. It came up short of the green. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, this is so tough to play in. It's a totally different type of golf.
yeah. It gets to a point where it's like this is too much. Like,
Yeah, I was exhausted. Like at the end of it, I was like, I am like beat.
yeah,
I was like, that was a mental battle.
yeah. No, I
Okay, I got to grab my card, my
yeah.
wallet real quick.
Take your time. I went out to, I don't know, it's like pretty well known, but not so much like golf trips. Crooked Stick, 2 years ago.
I've heard great things.
Phenomenal.
Great
Phenomenal.
things.
Yeah,
Did
probably
you just
one
go
of
with a couple buddies down there? Or?
yeah, yep. So we got out there. That was probably one of the top courses I've ever played, to be honest. It was in such good condition.
Sometimes I feel like to your point though, like you were saying, not maybe people, maybe you haven't heard of this. Those are the best though because they don't get overplayed,
No,
so they keep them so well.
yeah.
I'd love to do Abandoned Dunes too. That was one
Okay.
I was trying to think
Yeah.
of.
All the Hazeltine guys I caddied for would go out there once or twice a year as well.
Because they got a decent amount of courses you can kind of run.
Yeah, I
That's
think,
where it's like if you're going to do a trip, you kind of have to go to what's like, do you have a couple courses you can play?
yeah,
At least close by.
100%. It's like
Well,
you
now
do,
that you're down in Florida, you got
yeah, we got everything here.
plenty to go.
It's
You
like,
have plenty to go.
yeah, just take an Uber 10 minutes one way and you'll find about four of them.
You just go on the map and just
Yeah,
type golf.
like
It's 1,000.
it's easy enough.
Oh, that'd be funny. Um, we played Tobacco Road this year
Okay.
too earlier.
Yeah.
Fun course, but it's quirky. It's
Right.
like one and done
Okay.
if you were to ever go do it.
Yeah. I've never been out there. Yeah.
I would say get out. North Carolina's got great, like, isn't it Kiwa's out there and stuff too? I mean, they got some great courses
Yeah,
in North Carolina golf.
for sure.
Okay, I think I'm good. Congratulations.
What does that say on your end?
Congratulations. Thank you for choosing my abundant
So,
for payment plan has been set up successfully.
yeah, should be all good there. How do you feel? You excited?
I am. I am.
Didn't
Let's
didn't
start a
take
new
a
journey.
didn't take a arm and a kidney, did it?
I don't think so. I got to check
You're
after,
breathing?
but
You're alive?
I'm still alive. I'm still
All
kicking.
right. I will let me set everything up for you. Let's see. I'm actually gonna send you the 4-month guarantee first. Let me do this. I'll just use that email for everything as well and make it easy for you.
That's perfect.
Excuse me. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so you should receive an email from Mason Doer here in a second. That'll be like the 4-month guarantee. It's similar. There's just like a little e-signature at the bottom, similar to what you already signed.
Okay.
But it takes like 2 seconds there, and then while you're doing that, I'm doing the video course portion for you as well.
Okay.
Did you watch the Vikes game at all this morning, or were you sleeping?
No, 'cause I was I listened to it
Okay.
because we were on the we were our tea time was we teed off at 10 maybe 10:24 or something like that.
Okay.
So I caught it over the radio.
Yeah.
Um, that was good. That
Yeah.
was good. Little last little
I
touchdown
know.
for 20 with 25 seconds left or whatever.
It was ugly, but I mean, wins.
It was ugly.
Yeah. Hey, it's like I call them.
I'll tell you, it's tough. It's tough being a Minnesota sports fan, is it not? Are you gonna stick with the Vikes I guess were they your team when you were
So,
here?
to be honest, I fucking hate the Vikings.
I hate Minnesota sports.
Because I was never a Vikings fan, but all my buddies were. I mean, it's not much better to say it, but I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan actually.
Okay, okay. What drew you that way?
My grandpa liked them, and then my dad used to live there, so he was a big fan. And then we'd always go to
Okay,
like games growing up, so it kind of just stuck, honestly.
okay.
But, I
Well,
mean, it's
that's fair.
heartbreak every year. Same Vikes fan. So, I mean,
I was to say you
yeah,
didn't really pick anything better,
yeah,
but
just like we'll see January 1st, first round, we'll lose, and we'll call it a year. So same,
and then on to next year.
yeah, it's like same story
Oh,
every single
it's the
time.
same thing every year.
Yeah,
Um,
like
and I was gonna say for hockey too, Dallas Stars.
yeah,
They're good, but I feel like they same story every year
yeah,
too. They'll
yeah,
get close
yeah.
and
Lose to
then they
the
get wiped.
Oilers every year. It's like,
hmm You got to root for the Florida Panthers.
yeah,
You'll be a happy man.
exactly. I was gonna say you should be good there, and then once you're done with that, you should receive an email from Copy MBA School. It'll say like redeem your copy. That'll be the video course portion side of things. So it should just have you create like a little username password there as well.
Okay.
You should get that here in a sec. I know sometimes it actually goes to junk just in case, but.
Okay.
All right, do this. That. All right, did that. And then
Okay.
once you're good there, you should receive one last email. Um, it'll be Cardinal Mason's Inner Circle. I attached like a PDF document in there that's going to kind of break down next steps as far as initiating like the one-on-one accountability coaching for you. It'll have like all the coaches, so just like relevant, important information as well. So you should.
In that in that PDF they just
Yeah.
sent. Yep. Okay, I got that.
Okay.
Okay, so just let me just tick the boxes. So I did we got the approval for
Okay.
the monthly.
Yep.
I did the DocuSign should be good.
Okay.
Um, and then I signed up for I logged in and signed up for
Video module.
the confirmed for the MBA
Okay.
school.
Yep.
Is that anything else? Am I missing anything?
So then you should have one last email, Cardinal Mason's Inner Circle. There's going to be like a PDF attached to it. It'll kind of break
Oh,
down.
the one,
Go for it.
not the. Is it not the? Or is it you're officially inside? Welcome, executive
Yeah,
summary.
that one.
Okay, so I got that.
Okay.
Yep, little
And then-
4-page PDF.
Yep. And then don't worry about the community. I'm going to send you the link for that to your phone here in a sec.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I just sent that, so you should receive that. and be
Yep.
able to get in the community. Once you are in, just let me know because I'll get like a notification as well. Um,
Okay. I think I just hit accept.
okay, let's say. Hmm. Okay, is your profile Jack Rose?
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
I
I
just
think I
wanted
got
to
to.
make sure. I
I'll
saw,
change my. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I was like,
saw
I
it
made
come
this
through, but I
Discord,
was like,
my Discord probably so long ago.
okay. I just wanted to make sure. I figured that was you,
That's like
but
my
you
dog.
would have
That's like my
found it.
one of my dog's name's Rose. I think I just threw Jack in there the first
Yeah,
time.
okay.
It was like a quick fill out.
All good.
No, good heads up on that. Like, is this guy?
Yeah, I saw like the timestamp on it, so I was like, ah, it's probably it, but
Change my name. Okay. Okay. So I'm sorry. Anything else? Sorry, I just got distracted there. I was trying to change
no,
that name.
you're all good. Should be good there. Okay, so video course, community, the payment plan's good. You got my email as far as the onboarding PDF. Okay, so everything should be good, like operationally, logistically. Now, I don't
Okay.
want to throw too much information you at once, but kind of just worry about these as far as like initial next steps. Go through like
Yeah.
that welcome, officially inside as far as the PDF document there, because that's going to break down next steps as far as like the one-on-one accountability coaching. Go through that first, then start with like the video module section side of things. Now, some students prefer to go through the video modules first and then start going to the coaching calls. Some prefer to do it simultaneously. So that's kind of up to your best preference as to how you learn best. I think it's typically best to go through the video modules first, personally. However, people have done it both ways. So that's kind of up to your end there. But does that
Gotcha.
make sense as far as like first initial steps and everything?
Yeah, yeah. And just to make
Okay.
sure, so for the coaching calls, for
Yeah.
the one-on-one, am I scheduling that? Is somebody reaching out just to make sure that I'm not like, I don't want to like be somehow I get an email like a month and they're
Yeah.
like, hey, you haven't come to anything, and I'd be
No.
like, okay, I was waiting for something. I
Okay.
didn't know. Maybe I was
So
supposed to do something.
So the group coaching calls will be live for you Monday through Friday every single day.
Yep.
Now it'll have the coaching call schedule in that PDF, but the you won't have to reach out for that. Whoever the coach is that specific day will toss a link within the Discord, so you'll be able to see that there. And then
Okay.
everything's recorded as well, as we know. Obviously, sometimes there's conflicts, whatever, etc. So that's pretty easy. And then as far as the one-on-one as well as accountability coaching, that's going to be broken down within that PDF as well. You'll be reaching out to Devin. His profile's in there, everything there, just shooting him a message, and he's going to coordinate that for you as well. So you don't have to
Gotcha.
like, kind of coordinate everything. No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. So those are kind of first initial steps. I always tell everybody, obviously a student's coach is Mason. I know you were messaging him. You have my direct line as well. It's not automated or anything. So you can
Yep.
shoot me a text.
Yeah, yeah. Can I confirm which number is yours, just so I know which
I'm
one
the
is? Are you
612 number.
okay? Perfect. Just want to make sure. Let's add that. Awesome.
Okay. So
I won't be blowing you up too much.
you're all good.
I'm just kidding.
There's always a block button. No, I'm joking. But should be all good there. Everything looks set up properly on my end. I know it is Sunday evening, so I don't want to take too much of your evening. But any last minute questions on your end, or how do you feel? You excited? You ready?
I'm excited, but yeah, no last minute questions. No, I'm sure some will come
Yeah,
through the process for sure. We'll get those all cleared up, and
of course.
it'll be, I think we made the first step in the right direction here. So
Yeah, 100%.
definitely feel good about it. So
Yeah.
appreciate you taking time today for sure, especially to your point on a Sunday, late
No,
on Sunday for
it's
you,
all
sure.
good. I'm excited for you as well. Obviously, if you do have questions, anything, let myself, any of the students, coaches know. But outside of that, hopefully you have a good rest of your, Sunday evening, and we will see you in the community soon, Austin.
Hey, likewise, appreciate it, Connor.
Absolutely. We'll talk soon.
Okay, have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you.
Cheers.